Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah and in today's video we are going to be market prepping together. I am very close to festival day. I have a total of I think 5 weeks left before festival day and I am nervous, stressed, excited of course, but we just have to focus on what's going on right now, otherwise I will go crazy. My festival is in mid-April and it's a 3-day festival. It draws in over 100,000 people and last time I went I had huge success, so this year I'm hoping to go back and have even more success. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but we're just gonna see what happens. I have been market prepping like mad over the last couple of weeks because I'm just rushing to finish whatever I can while I can, and I will say it has been interesting. I was dealing with some hand pain. If you watched my last video, I did crochet a whole lot of stuff and I also worked with skinny Chanel, which I haven't done in a while. My hands were feeling it. But I'm hoping in this video to pace myself a little bit more and crochet a little bit slower. I still want to crochet a lot. I do have a list of things I need to make, but I'm not sure I'm going to get to them all, mainly because I just really don't want to make everything on my list. It's a motivational issue for me. I have been working on something new. I should show you my axolotls first. These are my axolotls. I finished them in my last video, but I want to show you the pink ones. So I made these light pink ones out of Naughty Pony and Premier Plush, and then I made some white and pink ones. I feel like these are pretty classic, so I had to have a couple of those. And I also made some darker pink ones. So cute. And this is a free pattern pinned to my Instagram profile if you are interested, or it's a tutorial on my channel if you haven't checked it out already. They're really good market makes. I mean, as you can see, I've made a whole ton, so I would of course recommend crocheting some, but that's up to you all. And I do get questions from time to time on projects like this or my chicken pattern if you can put safety eyes in, and absolutely you can. I just like to have a good amount of options on the table that don't have safety eyes. I also made these gray and black ones, which I think are so pretty. I really wanted to make some of these in the larger axolotl size too, but I just don't know if I'll actually get to that for this festival. What I'm working on right now is a new design of mine. I'm experimenting, I'm going way outside my comfort zone and working on an entirely new style of pattern. I mentioned a lot of times that I really wanted to work on some dinos. So that is what I am doing. I'm designing a T-Rex pattern, and I do want to preface this by saying these are my first 2 prototypes, so there's something wrong with both of them, and this will be my 3rd prototype out of this yarn here, Baby Bear. I decided to use this yarn on my 3rd prototype because I can tear it out potentially more than Sweet Snuggles Light. Here's its toes. Let me show you prototype number 1. This is the first one I made yesterday. Here he is. He is a little bit too skinny for my taste, and the tail is also a little too skinny, so I'm going to thicken the tail up a bit to give him a little bit of a belly, which I did make a 2nd prototype yesterday and I'll show you that in a second. But here's the head. The 2nd one, I did make the head, or the nose snout portion, a little bit bigger. I did play around with the size of the neck and things like that. On my 3rd one, I'm going to be balancing the neck portion a little bit different. Let me show you the 2nd one. Here's the 2nd one. He's pretty cute, but there are some issues with this one, such as his belly is a little, I don't know, I thought it was cute, but my sister kept saying it looks a little too big. So the biggest issue with this guy is how the head is crocheted. The neck is a little bit too thick and the arms are a little too close to the neck. So I'm going to adjust that. Yeah, on this one it looks like I had multiple rounds before, and this one I only had 1 round before, which is my fault. I didn't think about it at the time, but I do like the shape of the tail a little bit more on this one. The only real issue is that they don't stand without some serious finagling. I'm going to work on the tail a little bit more, and I need it to just curve more so that he has to like lean back a little bit. See, I mean, he sits if you mess around for a hot minute, but this one definitely needs some tweaked proportions still. And the other thing is the way that I joined everything. So these are no sew, which is my goal with these. Absolutely no sewing, all crocheted in as one piece. I'm very excited about that, but obviously that makes it really hard to get all the proportions right first try. But for this one, I ended up doing a chain section where I chained out and expanded on the tail so that there was more space between the legs and the tail. And then on this one, I did it with the magic ring. So I fastened off the tail, started a little round, and joined everything to it. I don't really like how either of these are joined. This one's a little too complicated, and this one it doesn't sit very nicely. The only reason it looks okay right now is because I was pressing it in and flattening it with my hands, but then like if you play with it, it's gonna start looking a little weird. Anyways, I'm talking a lot about design. Hopefully this isn't boring. With this next one, what I'm gonna do is just expand on the legs themselves. So I will make the legs kind of come out and connect together, and then that's how I'll join everything together. Hopefully that doesn't look weird. These are the T-Rexes I'm designing. As you can see, I wanted it to be a little bit more detailed, but I will figure this pattern out and I will get it together. I do want to say something else though before my battery runs out, hopefully. I am not going to be releasing any patterns or posting my own pattern tests for a while, and I'm just telling you all now, I just can't do it right now while market prepping and worrying about everything else I need to worry about. So as soon as I'm back from my festival though, I plan on taking a break from market prepping and getting back into designing. So expect designs from me after festival day. But for now, I just really need to focus on market prepping and take some of that pressure of everything else off until after festival day. That is it for now. I'll keep you all updated, let you know what I work on next and all that fun stuff. You guys can see the snow out the window. It snowed here a couple days ago. It's supposed to melt today, hopefully. Thankfully the roads aren't very dangerous because of it though. I do have not a very good update for you all actually, because I really didn't do anything yesterday. I crocheted 4 of these little googly eye monsters. This is a free tutorial on my YouTube channel. They usually get mouths, so I am going to embroider their mouths all at once later, which I'm probably going to hate, but I'm still going to do that later. I only crocheted 4 of them. They don't take that long to make, so I would have been able to finish a lot more yesterday, but honestly, we've been having some family issues, so not some great things happened yesterday. I crocheted most of these before that drama occurred, and then one of them afterward, and then I had a really bad headache from it all, so I didn't crochet. I just potatoed on the couch, as you do. We're all okay for the most part. It's just a lot of things that we wish didn't happen. Life has been a struggle for a while now. I mean, you all have heard me talk about it before, that life hasn't been that great in my personal life, that is, but I'm at the point now where the only thing I can do is focus on the positive and focus on the things that are good in my life, and so that's what I'm going to do. I have some exciting news that also occurred yesterday. I was confirmed for my booth placement for my festival. They actually gave me the wrong booth at first. They gave me a middle booth, and between everything going on yesterday in my personal life and then getting that email and seeing them in the wrong spot, I was pretty upset about it, but I emailed them. They said it was a mistake and they fixed it, so that is exciting. I'm very, very happy. They switched me back to a corner booth. I was like, I can make a middle booth work, but I bought all this stuff with the expectation of making a corner booth work. I was nervous, but they fixed it immediately, and that was amazing. So thank you to the event coordinators. It made me feel a whole lot better about the whole thing. Another bit of exciting news is that my mom agreed to go to the festival with me too, which means I got my mom and my dad coming with me. It's gonna be so fun. She's an introvert though, so she's probably gonna be peopled out, but still, it's gonna be very exciting to have both of them there with me, helping me. I did work on my T-Rex a little bit yesterday. Major subject change here. I didn't get very far because honestly the pattern's frustrating me. I'm trying to get this design that just isn't doing what I want it to do, so I decided to take a break, and that's why I was gonna work on these market prep friendly things because I can make a bunch quickly. But I'm going to be heading out today. We're gonna go have a day on the town, out on the town, whatever the saying is, and we're just gonna get lunch and we're gonna hang out and we're just gonna focus on the good that we have. Eventually, at some point today, I would like to finish the googly monsters, but I'm not sure if I'll have time. And honestly, as much as I wanted to just crochet, with everything going on outside of crocheting, I'm kind of okay with being forced to take a break, unfortunately. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I will update you all shortly. I do have to edit a video. Thankfully, I've been changing my schedule, so I have a lot more days to edit, but I still need to edit it. So that's something else I have to do today as well. But I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I have a pretty major update for you all, and it has to do with all of my yarn. That's right, I have changed the layout of my room, fixed my yarn shelves. If you all remember my last video, my sister was very stressed about the yarn shelves. I have officially fixed them, and to give you proof, it is against the wall. Before it was leaning kind of like this. I wish I had footage of it, but it was truly terrifying. So now I have added an extra shelf, balanced the top one among the two on the bottom, and it sits a lot safer than it did before. Plus I have so much extra space now that I actually have empty spaces there and there on the bottom shelf right there. So, you know, that's a good thing. If I end up needing more space for yarn, it is there. But I also have some spare Naughty Pony on the shelf here. I have my safety eyes in a much more accessible spot. Also, totally forgot to show you, I got my Patreon eyes for this month from Traveling Pony Studios. They are so pretty. I already took the ones for a project I will show you in a second, but I needed to work on something that had nothing really to do with market prep, a passion project if you will. Oh, but look over here. I started caking some of my yarn, the balls of yarn that are falling apart a bit, things like that, and then also put some pipsqueak on my shelf. Over here I have my 2 buckets still. This is all my fluffy yarn. Those are my minis for now. And then over here are all the plushies that I still, well, not all of them need tweaking, but the possums in there need to be tweaked. So they're in here until I finish with that. And then on top I have Giant Willow. I know you all are really excited about this pattern. I haven't had the inspiration yet to come back to it. And I've been busy with so many other things, but I think in this next week or so, I might work on the extra large willow. Might, okay? Don't get too excited. Let me show you the passion project I'm working on though, the fun thing that I really wanted to work on. Plus, it's using up some of this pipsqueak yarn that I have too much of, so 2 seconds. So I have started waking up, well, I did it this morning. Waking up earlier, I am hoping to do this every day. We'll see. By waking up earlier, I can walk on my treadmill a little bit and crochet. I do it at the same time. I don't walk very fast. 2 miles. Fun fact, I'm 6 foot tall. So 2 miles an hour is not that fast for me. I like walking on a treadmill and crocheting at the same time. I feel like I'm doing more than just sitting around and crocheting. I still get my exercise, but also get to crochet at the same time. So obviously it's a win. I started working on a Beatrice, the unicorn. I'm obviously using the revised pattern. I mean, there's no other pattern than that, right? And these are the eyes from Traveling Pony Studios. Some bonus eyes, if you will. They're super pretty. Hopefully they actually match this yarn. I don't know. I'm kind of torn, but I'm gonna commit with them. I've not sunk them in all the way yet, so I think it'll be cute. And then I'm also going to use this yellow yarn here to make the hooves and the horn. I may potentially make the hair out of the same yarn type, but I haven't fully decided yet. The only other color I have in Pipsqueak is white, and I don't know if I want to do white hair. I think it'll blend in too much, plus white is pretty boring. But I was thinking maybe if I do like a pastel pink out of Baby Bear, it would be really cute. I don't know if that texture difference would be weird in that case. But anyways, I'm just gonna think about it when this is actually finished and put together, then I will decide on the hair and mane. But also, here's Ozzy. Can you stop grooming yourself? Thank you. Haven't shown the cats in a minute. That's because when I'm filming now, they're not in my room. Because they are pretty annoying when I'm filming. There's a lot of things that I cut out that you all don't see. Let's just say in those moments, the cats are very obnoxious. But that is the update. I don't think I've really worked on anything else because the last couple days I have been editing. I have been fixing my room, as you saw. I've been doing a lot of things outside of the house as well. Life has been busy. I am feeling a little bit better though. In general, I know earlier I was a little stressed out, but I mean, that's life. But I do feel okay right now. I feel actually pretty good right now. So hopefully it'll stay that way. That is it for now. I will check in with you later when I actually have more things to update you on. So yesterday I finished working on this unicorn right here. It was mostly finished when I started it. It is so cute, look at it. I'm not sure how I feel about the hair. I feel like the yarn was a little bit too stiff. So specifically the tail could sit better, but that's just the perfectionist in me. I think it's still really cute. And if I ignore that problem, I think it's totally fine. Now my only, I guess, regret with this one is not double stranding the fluffy yarn and making it a lot bigger. In my head I imagined it being a lot bigger, but obviously this yarn is a little bit smaller than that. Also, these are the eyes from Traveling Pony Studios. I think they're a pretty good match. They have greens and pinks and some yellows I think in there, so I feel like it matches this yarn pretty well. But I still have a whole ton of burnout Pipsqueak left, as you can see over there. So I will probably make another project. I was actually thinking of making a willow, but double-stranded, so it's really big. I don't know, I think it would be really cute. I used to make the fuzzy willows. I have to put them on the screen. I made a white one and a pink one. Those were really pretty, and I always wanted to make more, but working with the fuzzy yarn is tedious, so I think I might double-strand it though and make it even bigger, and I think it'll be really cute. Also worked on I worked on a piece for my giant willow pattern. I made one leg and I messed up on this leg like 4 times yesterday. It was very frustrating. I would have had 2 legs today had I not messed up so badly, but you know, at least I'm moving forward on this project. I realized that I can work on several pieces without having to take photos of them. I'm gonna make 3 legs total. I'm gonna make 1 wing, and then I'll also make both ears because I can get photos of those afterwards. So that's the plan. I also need to finish the body too though, so I got a lot of work left to do on that. That's everything I've worked on though recently. So I will check in with you all when I have probably a bigger update for you all. We'll see what I work on. Yesterday, I decided to be a tiny bit more responsible than normal and make some more market prep items. So I made a bunch of caterpillars, these guys right here. So I have a purple one with variegated yarn. I have a green one, which I think this might be my new favorite. Look at this. I mean, it's just the perfect caterpillar color in all ways. I made a darker blue one, which looks better in person. I think the camera's making the blue look really dark. And then I also made a darker pink one. I was originally going to make lighter pink ones like the original ones I made, but I wanted to have fun with these, and I think they will hopefully sell better having more interesting colors. And then I also did this fun caterpillar here with the variegated yarn and the bluish, greenish, whatever color this is with it. Hopefully they sell this time. I think last time I sold like 2, maybe 3. I don't know, but it wasn't very good. I also haven't touched my googly eye monsters since I finished them. They still need their mouth embroideries, so I'm gonna work on that eventually. I'm just not feeling like embroidering anything right now. Sounds really boring. I was going to work on my extra large willow yesterday, but I did not end up working on it because I made all these caterpillars. But here's another look at the leg. I think this is going to be really pretty. I need to actually work on it. I am going to crochet something today. Haven't decided what it'll be yet, but I did just film a clip for a video idea of mine. It's going to be preventing hand pain while crocheting. The title's work in progress. It'll be more interesting than that. But pretty much what I did was I filmed a voiceover section, and then I'm just going to take clips from all the videos that I still have, which I have everything saved on a separate drive, so it'll be interesting to edit that. But I figure if I do that, I could really put any and all clips in there, so it's going to be pretty fun. And hopefully you all find it interesting. I know last episode I did talk about hand pain. Yes, we'll have to keep in mind I crocheted so much last time that it was bound to happen. So this is kind of advice that I use to prevent hand pain to an extent. It's not 100% you will never have hand pain again, but it is. Here's how I kind of work around it or prevent it a little bit. Anyways, I'm kind of just rambling here. I really want to talk about stuff, but I haven't really done that much stuff, so I will check in with you all later. And I think it is time for a music section. I don't know if I grabbed any videos for this video, so let's do that. I have a few updates for you. So I ended up starting some kitties. So I have this kitty right here. It's a Siamese, of course. So I only actually made this one. I should be making more, but you know what? The idea of making these was a lot funner than actually making them. These guys did sell out completely last time, so I will be making more. I already got all the colors out, so I'm making an orange tabby, a gray and white one, a black and white one, a regular tabby, so a brown tabby, and a Russian blue, so that'll be 6 colors. I might end up making more than that as well, since they did sell so well last time, but I don't know, we'll see. I've also been working on some minis. So I completely forgot that I had this variegated yarn. So this one is pink and this one is more purple. I'm also using this blue, which I did not forget I owned, but I have been completely stumped on what colors I should make my next octos. So I found that yarn in my stash, and so I started making some pink ones with purple and yellow. And then I also made the purple ones, these guys right here, which have a bit of yellow and a darker purple in. But all in all, I have a total of, I'm making 30, and I need to make either 2 or 3 more. So I'm nearly finished. They still need to be sewn shut. They need to have their eyes embroidered as well, but other than that, they're almost finished. I'm loving how the colors look together though. So these guys are gonna be really pretty in the bin. I wanted to have some more girly colors because, actually I can just show you. This is the state of my minis bin right now. And as you can see, it's very gray because of the possums. The balance will be a lot different than this though once I sort all of these out into days. But there's not a whole lot of girly colors in here. So I figured the octos we can do a little bit more girly with the pink and the purple, and then obviously still have one more blue in here because I still need to have some sort of balance. I'm nearly finished with the octos, which is very exciting. and then I'll be able to move on to some other minis. I should probably make some spiders out of black yarn since I have some really nice petite pearl in black. I also need to make mini axolotls, which I'm kind of torn on how I'm going to do that, because if I use skinny chenille on my mini pattern, they might be really small and kind of get drowned out by the bees and the possums. But I don't know, I think I might just make a few and see what happens. It's okay that they're smaller, I just don't want them to get lost at the bottom of the bin. I'm also thinking of making some jellyfish, which aren't too bad of a make, so I'll probably make those. But anything else I'm just gonna work on when I can. That is the update for now. That's really all I've done the last couple of days. I have kind of been slacking a little bit on purpose because I'm a bit tired. So I just been playing video games a little bit, playing some Hightail, relaxing a little bit. But that is everything, so I will check in with you all when I have more updates. I think this is the longest I've gone without updating you all in a really long time, so I apologize. But I also haven't really been up to much of anything, so let me show you what I've been working on. So excitingly, I've been working on my minis. And I ended up finishing all my octos. Last time I checked in with you, I told you I only had like 7 left to make, and that was entirely inaccurate because I miscounted and only crocheted 15 more when I needed to make 20 more. So I ended up making one extra batch, which happens to be this red one here. So I stuck with the other variegated colors, so these guys are super, super pretty. And they are all in the minis bin now, so I officially have 30 octos in here, and I can cross them off my list. I will not be making any more octos. I also started some more minis. These guys are really important for my minis bin because they are the most loved, or at least one of the most loved, and they are these cute little box turtles here, which, speaking of box turtles, I'll put one that I saw in real life recently on the screen for y'all to see. I know you all like to see the nature around my house. This is the first guy I've seen in a long time, actually. Nice to see him out in the wild. So far I've made 6 of the box turtles in this color, and I plan on making 10 total. I just need to finish the other ones that I already started, and I do think the next turtle batch I will make the shell a little taller. I just think it could do with an extra single crochet round and it would look even better. So that is what I'm going to experiment with on my next color. The plan is to make pink ones, purple ones, blue ones, and another shade of green, but it'll be like light green and dark green instead of brown and green. These guys are not that bad, actually. I dread making them because of their tiny little heads. Very tedious, but I mean, it wasn't too bad. Plus I added their tails, so they're super cute. But that's what I've been working on. So I plan on making some more of these turtles today. I filmed and edited a video. I should mention that. It's a video on handling hand paint. Sorry, I don't mean to make puns. I do not really take breaks unless I get distracted. This advice has to do with while you're actively crocheting, just different things that I do to kind of try and balance out the hand paint a little bit. With what I'm doing recently, I've kind of accepted the hand pain as it's my fault. I'm okay with some hand pain, but there comes a point where there's too much hand pain and you have to find a way to kind of chill out a little bit. Feel free to check it out if you want to. It's just me talking for 9.5 minutes straight. I'm sure you all will enjoy it. That is the update for now. I have got to go work on some stuff, do some things. Haven't decided fully what all that will be, but it'll be something. So I'll check in with you all tomorrow, and we do need to get to the recap section of this video, so that will happen shortly as well. Let's just pretend my desk isn't a chaotic mess, okay? So just ignore that, pretend it isn't there. I have a final update for you all before I end this video because it is officially April 1st and I have to get tagging, which is gonna be a nightmare. Kind of fun, maybe, hopefully, we'll see. I'm gonna recruit my sister and hopefully she'll be willing to help. But I finished some more minis, specifically mini turtles. So yesterday and the day before, so 2 days ago, I made these pink ones. I ended up making 5 total, and then I also made these green ones yesterday. So for these guys, I did end up changing the shell. So I added an extra single crochet round to the shell so that they were a little bit thicker. This is a free pattern on my Instagram. I always forget to mention these patterns. I released this pattern a long time ago and I was making it out of a different yarn type, so the shell didn't look nearly as thin. But with the Skinny Chanel, I find that it needs that extra single crochet round on the shell. I will link this below so you all can find the pattern. It's a free tutorial on my YouTube as well if you want to check it out there. Here I have my minis box. I'm going to add all of these turtles in. I just have 10 more turtles to make. I already made the shells. I'm going to be finishing my purple ones and blue ones. So I have this dark blue for the shell. I'm going to be finishing those in the next couple of days in between trying to keep up with tagging everything. But the exciting news is that I am nearly finished with my minis bin. So I have those 10 turtles. I haven't made any axolotls yet, so I will work on that soon. I will be going through this and getting any fluffies, stuffies out, stuffing fluffs out, because I usually crochet in like mid lighting. So not super dark, but not super bright either. So it's hard to see the stuffing until it's under my nice light. And then I'm shocked at all the stuffing still attached to these plushies. All right, you're here for the totals, so let me give them to you. I ended up making 9 googly eye monsters, which I still have not embroidered their mouths, but I plan on doing that soon so they can go in their bin and get tagged. I also made 10 of the caterpillars, which are finished, thankfully. These guys are right here. I made 1 fluffy unicorn. She's so pretty. I made 1 sitting kitty, so I need to make more. I made a Siamese kitty. I made 20 mini octos in 4 different colors and 20 turtles in 3 different colors. And I also made those dinos I was talking about. So I do want to say really quick before I give you the total totals, I'm not releasing any more patterns until after my festival. I think I already said that in a previous market vlog, but I'm just saying it again in case you missed it. I just can't do it all right now with everything going on in my personal life. I've been really stressed out recently. I'm just trying to focus on things that I can control plus things that I need to work on. I decided to set pattern testing aside for now, and I will pick it right back up after my festival. Well, I plan on taking a little bit of a break, going back to the pattern designing and testing and releasing patterns after. I just, like I said, I'm feeling really overwhelmed right now, and so I'm just going to pause on the things that I don't need to work on right this second and kind of hopefully save some sanity. But the dinos I stopped working on entirely because I got super stuck. I just don't know how I want to attach everything together, so after 2.5, basically 3 tries, I need to work on that when I get back because I just can't focus on it right now. But totals, I almost forgot. I ended up making a total of 63 items, excuse me, and I have a total of 816 items. Now, last time I said I had 775, so if you're doing that math, it's because I hadn't taken the clearance items out of the count because I didn't even think about it at the time. So the proper count is 816 items, and my monetary value is at 19,593.63. Excuse me. I have it on my computer back there and the words are so small. Sorry. 19,500 in monetary value. The goal for the next video, because I only have 2 weeks left, officially 2 weeks left before I leave, I just have to make $500 worth of inventory. That is my goal. I'm hitting 20K. That's the goal because I really just can't go any higher than that with tagging and everything. That's gonna be it. And to be honest, I'm pretty close to that if I haven't hit it already because I have clearance items I haven't counted. And I always forget, but I have hats that I want to kind of clearance out. I'm using them as a way to get rid of my acrylic yarn, so we'll see how that goes. The goal for next video will be to finish my minis, finish my sitting kitties, and then I'll go through my list and see if there's anything else I want to make. And then I also need to tag everything. So I hope you all are excited. I can't believe we're so close. I am definitely, like I already said, I'm pretty stressed out, but I'm going to focus on the things I can control and hopefully everything will work out. I mean, everything will work out. Oh, and if you couldn't tell, I am getting sick again. I hope that it doesn't sound too annoying. Oh, but that's another thing on top of it all that's driving me insane. So hopefully whatever this is goes away in a few days rather than a few weeks like what happened last time in January. So anyways, that is all I have for you. Make sure to check out my coffee shop, spelled Ko-Fi. You can purchase my written patterns in there. I have a discount code for all you amazing people who watch to the end, and the discount code is single crochet in all caps. You type that in at checkout and you'll get 10% off your total order. Thank you all so much for your support. We recently hit 42,000 subscribers, which is the answer to life, the universe, and everything, so obviously that is an amazing number to be at. I think I need to release a mouse pattern so that I can release a pattern about the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but not anything copyright, especially with all the copyright scares going around right now. But anyways, I think that would be cute. That is officially all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Thank you so much for being here and your support. I hope you all are excited for Festival Day. I'm gonna have an extra set of hands, which I think I talked about already, so I should be able to get more footage, hopefully, of me actually at the event. I don't know, I just get embarrassed filming in public, so we'll see. That is it officially, and I will see you in my next video, which is the second to last market vlog before Festival Day. I will hopefully see you then. Bye!